What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. While I've got you here, go ahead and like and subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. I got to start making some money because you boys broke. Okay. So today we're gonna go and jump into the video. We're gonna be making a snack today. It's me. I'm the snack. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, guys. Today we're actually gonna be making a coconut lentil curry. Okay, we're gonna be making our first vegan meal, first vegetarian meal as well for all of you guys that are vegan or vegetarian. So this one's for you. Before we get going, I'm going to take you through everything, go over some of the nutrition stuff, right? So real quick, we've got 2 cans or 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes, can of coconut milk, right? Some cherry tomatoes. I have red lentils. The recipe calls for brown. Again, the store didn't have it, so I'm using red. We've got a whole head of garlic, right? We got salt, ginger. This is a ginger paste. My store did not have actual ginger, so I got some ginger paste. Recipe calls for coriander seeds and cumin seeds. If you guys can't find these, then you could just use like spices of them, like the ground ones. Red cayenne pepper and turmeric. Okay, I'm gonna be serving this with some jasmine rice that I've already prepped. I'm using some leftovers. You guys can serve this with brown rice. I'm using jasmine. Going on rice real quick, we'll start with the rice with our nutrition stuff. We want to use, like we've talked about in some of our nutrition lectures, we want to use stuff that is brown and close to the ground, right? That's going to be good for me, right? So jasmine rice is white, right? But it's naturally white. So the reason we say brown and close to the ground is because it's less processed. So there's more of those like natural like nutrients and like micronutrients and stuff in it. But jasmine rice is naturally white, so it's just about as good as brown rice. Okay, we've got red lentils. The recipe calls for brown lentils, but I'm using red because the store didn't have them. I think I already said that. So this is where we're going to be getting most of our protein, right? As we know, what we've talked about before, if you're going to try and like have a vegetarian or vegan protein source from like a lentil, then you do have to pair it with a grain, right, in order to absorb those proteins. Okay. Up next, we got garlic. Garlic is really good for helping with your immune system and also helps decrease blood pressure, right? Our turmeric is a huge anti-inflammatory, as well as our ginger. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory. And then our lentils are very high in iron, and they're also going to be our protein source, like I already said.
It's squirting.
All right, guys, so we're gonna jump right into it. The nice thing about this recipe is that it's pretty easy, but it does take a little bit of time. Okay, so we're gonna start by chopping up some garlic, right? While we're doing this, in the pan behind me, nice big pan, we are gonna be heating up 1 to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, right? And in that, we're gonna be putting our coriander and cumin seeds. So using a whole head of garlic here. So the way that I like to chop garlic is cut off just the end, both sides, right? And then take your knife, obviously try and put the sharp side away from you so you don't cut yourself, right? And then you're just gonna push down into it. That way you can peel off the outside layer, right? There's still a little meat in there. Boom. And then we're just gonna chop it up. Just into thin little slices. Not super small, but not super big either. Okay guys, like I was saying, while we were chopping up our garlic, we had our coconut oil getting heated up in the pan over here, and we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, as well as 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. And we're doing this over medium heat. Okay, we're gonna let these brown. Okay, get a little bit aromatic, a little bit of scent to them. And once those start to brown up a little bit, we will add the garlic and then let that brown. All right, guys, so we've got a little bit of brown, a little bit of heat to the seeds, so we're just gonna add the garlic in. Add all of that in there, just mix it up. let it simmer, let it get a little bit of color to the garlic, and then we'll keep going. Okay, guys.
All over our food. Keep that.
Corona.
Don't manna. So we got a little bit of color on the garlic. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add in our crushed tomatoes. Welcome to Flavor Town. We're gonna go ahead and add in our tablespoon of ginger. All right, remember I have ginger paste here. If you have actual ginger, you're not using this tube-looking thing. That looks like about a tablespoon. Okay. I also did turn the heat down to a little bit lower than medium, and we're gonna add a tablespoon of turmeric. And we're just gonna stir all that together. So this has been simmering for about 5 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and add in our cayenne pepper. Then I'm gonna add my lentils. And we're gonna add 3 cups of water. We're gonna bring this up, we're gonna stir it all together, bring it up to a boil. Once it boils, then we will cover it and simmer for about 35 to 40 minutes. We're really just looking for the lentils to get soft. So we'll check on it periodically. Okay, so this is kind of the boiling action that we're looking for. All right, so we're just gonna mix it around just a little bit. Make sure nobody's sticking to the bottom. We're gonna put the lid on. Make sure you are using a pan that has a lid because you gotta cover this. We're gonna reduce the heat all the way to low. And then we're gonna let that sit for about 35, 40 minutes, stirring occasionally. All right, so while you guys are waiting on your stuff to boil and then simmer for 40 minutes, you can come outside, right? And you can enjoy your cows. Hey, cows. Okay, guys, I think we're almost ready. So, we've been going for about 35 minutes here. You go ahead and take the lid off, put that to the side. Now, our finishing touches is coconut milk. Looks a little... Okay, we're gonna go ahead and add this in. That's a little disgusting. It might be a little firm. It's okay, once we stir it in, it'll be all right. This is gonna kind of thicken everything up. We like everything thick around here, as we have learned. All right, guys, so we are done here. It was a little bit too liquidy for me, so brought it up to a little bit of a boil simmer action for a few more minutes. Added my cut in half cherry tomatoes, and now all is left to do is just serve over rice. Okay, have a great meal, have a great time. I'm hungry. Goodbye.